back to Ava'S Flava. I'm Ava, and on today's episode, I'm going to show you guys how to make something super duper delicious and nice and easy to make too. Chicken, tomato, squash, leek, and pasta, killing it in that skillet dish. It's so super easy and delicious. I don't think you'll like it. I think you'll love it. So don't let this one leak between your fingertips. Alright. Okay, let me show you what you're gonna need. Okay, so first what you're going to need is 4 thinly sliced breasts of a chicken, 1 cup Orzo pasta, or whichever you like, 1 zucchini and 1 yellow squash, 1 leek, 1 pound Campari tomatoes, 1 cup chicken stock, couple cloves garlic, and some Parmesan cheese. Okay, so first I wanted to tell you guys about leeks. I don't know if a lot of you know anything about leeks, but they're in the garlic and onion family. They're like a milder onion flavor, so I can sneak them in stuff, and Chubbo might not notice as much. But with leeks, you just want to use up to about just pretty much the white part and the pale green. You can use the tops, but they take a little bit longer to cook. And you really gotta clean these good because they're kind of dirty on the inside. So you're just gonna slice it right down the middle, and then cut in slices and let it soak in water till you get all that dirt out of there. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Okay, so behind me I have my large pot of almost boiling water, salted, okay, for my Orzo. So I'm waiting for that to come to a boil, and I went ahead and diced up my squash, which is right here. It looks beautiful color, right? And then my tomatoes, all I'm doing is just slicing the little top off, okay, and then cutting it in half. And if you can't find these, the grape tomatoes will work too, or cherry tomatoes will be beautiful also, okay? So I'm gonna set these to the side, and let's start talking about some chicken. You know, I was just thinking this would be perfect for like our little romantic dinner, right? Because it's kind of romantic looking. What do you think, honey? Okay, so here's my chicken that I thinly sliced, and okay, I'm just going to spread it out, and all I'm going to do is season with salt and pepper on both sides, and a little bit of garlic powder and Italian seasoning, and you can use whatever seasoning that you like. So I'm just going to do this, and then we're going to start dredging it in some flour. Now that's optional. I just like it because it adds a little extra crust. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so all I'm doing here is in about a 1/4 cup or so of flour, which I salt and peppered. I'm just dredging my chicken, okay? So just giving it a little nice dip in flour. And then my skillet is heating up behind me on about medium-high. And you and I are going to go meet back there and fry up some chicken. Listen, guys, we got to stop meeting like this. Chubbo's not going to like it. Okay, so in our really hot pan, we're going to add about a tablespoon of olive oil, okay? And we're just going to give that a second and let it get hot. Woo! It's already hot because I had my pan get nice and hot. Alright, so then we're just going to start cooking our chicken for about 3 minutes on each side. Okay, so our chicken is nice and beautiful. So just about 3 minutes on each side because they're thin pieces, so you don't want to overdo it. Otherwise, it's going to be nice and chewy. Who wants chewy meat? Nobody. That's disgusting. Okay, so next what we're going to do, oh, also my Orzo pasta, I just cooked it till al dente. So just follow the directions on the box, and then, or the time, and then just cook it like a minute or 2 less, and that makes it nice and al dente because it's going to finish off in the sauce here. And always save like a 1/4 cup of the starchy water that you cook the pasta in, because it's good when you're making sauces and stuff and sauteing veggies. It's good to add in there. Okay, so now all I'm doing is adding my leeks into my pan here. And honey, we have a leek. Oh, I need a, hold on, sorry. Pardon my reach, excuse me. Oh, wait, wrong one. Sorry, honey. Okay, so all I'm going to do now is just saute my leek here. And leeks are nice too because when you cut them, you don't get all teary-eyed like you would with an onion. Unless you follow my notorious TIP and wear swimming goggles, then you can cut an onion with no problem. Okay, so I'm just going to saute this leek for about 5 to 6 minutes. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes, and now I'm just going to squeeze in my garlic. I love my garlic press. I don't know what I'd do without it. Okay, we're going to cook this. And if you wanted to add some red pepper flakes, now that would be delicious too. So just let this cook for about 30 seconds. Okay, so now 30 seconds later, just add in your squash. And if you need to add a little bit more oil, you can go ahead and do that. And you're just going to let this cook for about maybe 4 minutes. Okay, so we've cooked our squash a little bit, and now we're going to push all this stuff aside. See all this good stuff at the bottom? This is going to get scraped up when we start adding in our liquid. But now we're going to just move the squash to the side and just start putting your tomatoes down. And let this, and then you're going to slap a lid on it and let it cook for about 10 minutes. Alright, so it's been about 10 minutes. And look at all that juice that the tomatoes released. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so then all you're going to do next is just go through with a fork and just take the skins off. And if you were to use grape tomatoes, the smaller ones, you don't have to worry about taking the skins off because they're just little. And also make sure you don't cut the squash and zucchini too thin, otherwise it'll be overcooked. Okay, so all the skins are removed and it smells amazing too. And then we're going to add in our broth. And what would be perfect too, if you had it, is maybe like a 1/4 cup of wine. That would be delicious. That would add a nice flavor. Okay, so we're just going to mix this up. And also I saved a little bit of the starchy water. I saved a 1/4 cup, but I'm not going to use that much. I'll just dump a little bit in there. Whoops. And then we're just going to let this simmer for like a minute or two until it starts to thicken. And then we'll add in our pasta. Okay, so I went ahead and added the pasta and a little bit of cheese. I guess I'll go ahead and sprinkle a little bit more cheese in. Hey, and this is almost a one-pot dish. If you didn't have to make the pasta, but a notorious TIP would be to cook the pasta the night before, and then it would be a one-pot dish, right? Perfect. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is plate this and take a bite. It's done. Whoops, shoot. It looks beautiful. Look at it. See, and I topped it with a little bit of Parmesan cheese, a little bit more, and some basil. And look how colorful and beautiful it is. It's like to farewell to summer because it's officially fall now. So you can make this and get the goodness out of the tomatoes and the squash while they're perfect. Okay, I'm going to take a bite. I learned my lesson. Make sure I blow on it first because last time I burned my mouth. This is so stinking yummy. And look, I think it's kind of romantic. So if you have a date with your chubbo doesn't have to be like a person. It could be like a dog or something. You can make this. I guess that really doesn't make sense. Chubbo's kind of making a face behind me. I hope you guys make this. I promise you'll love it. So make it for dinner tonight, okay? Check out my Ava'S Flava Facebook page and like it. Chipmunk got food in my cheeks. And subscribe to me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!